press release sites that are out there. Now, if writing just isn't your cup of tea, well, let's go ahead and check out a couple of sites that can help you out here. Again, as I mentioned, cost here can be anywhere from on the low end of $5 to $10 to the upper end of 80 to 100, 120 bucks, somewhere in that neighborhood. So one would be guru.com. Here's their URL. And you can just go in here, and what we're looking for is post your project, and then you're going to have people bidding on your project. And it's kind of like a reverse eBay. You put out that you want to spend no more than X number of dollars. Somebody's going to come and say, okay, well, I'll do it for this many dollars. Usually it's going to be right close to your max, oddly enough. Then you'll have somebody else that knows a little bit more about that and can do it because they got free time, but they will underbid the first freelancer, and then you'll have somebody else come in here and underbid them. So instead of you getting the high bid wins, in your case, you're going to go for the one with the low bid wins. Now that's just one method. Of course, you can just search for freelancers and just pick one that you like the best based on their profile and other people's input or feedback on the work they've done for them in the past. Just a quick look-see here. If we were to go to post your project, so we go to post project, and got a whole lot in here. So if there's any of the other projects you have a need for somebody else to do, by all means, check these guys out. Elance.com. They're all pretty much the same thing, kind of, sort of. So whichever one you feel most comfortable with. One thing I like about Guru.com, though, kind of jumping off topic here, is that they have an escrow system. So the money does not go to the person doing the work for you until it is released. So again, that's just one of the good parts. In other words, you don't have to pay up front. Anyway, where are we at here? Writing, editing, translation. And then under this, we're going for a subheading of creative writing. That looks good, but actually press release writing is what we're wanting. Then you just go through here, and a lot of this stuff here is pretty self-explanatory. What I would do, though, for quick searches from the eyes of the freelancer, start off your title with press release and then go into whatever topic it is. Maybe you are announcing the video gizmo you're offering or you're selling or you're marketing. Press release, video tool, or press release, gardening greenhouses, press release. Well, you get the idea. And then just follow the bouncing ball here as you're going through here. Like I said, a lot of this is self-explanatory, and if it isn't, well, you got the little help sign here. And again, after you've posted your project, rather than, because the other method would be to go straight for the freelancers. What I would do is first post your project and bring the freelancers to you. That way you've got a bidding war of sorts, a feeding frenzy on your project. And if you don't want to mess with that and you've got extra money to spend, you are an employer and you want to search for freelancers. So you click here. And of course, you're eventually going to have to sign in as well. Search for freelancers, press release writer. And here we have a couple of options that popped up. Quite a few options that popped up. And over here, and you can always drill down further, and you can invite these people to your project. Again, that's why I think it's better to first post your project. And how you invite them is you just check the box over here, and then when you scroll down to the bottom, request a quote. And over here you can sort by different ranking options. Feedback, best is first, of course, and so on. The minimum rate per hour, and if some of these can do a press release because of their experience in, say, 10 minutes, well, then obviously it's going to be significantly less than 70 bucks. $25 an hour. You don't always want to go with the cheapest. You don't always need to go with the most expensive. What I would consider is the amount that they've earned and the amount of feedback that they've received. And this one here, if they've got a 5-star feedback from one review, it could be their mother, for crying out loud. So, try to take everything into consideration as much as possible, especially on your first couple of press releases that you're going to be hiring somebody for, until you get a feel for it. And again, it's about the same concept with other outsourcing services. So again, get a feel for them, whichever one you feel strongest about. You can always check out review sites online for different outsourcing services, but whichever one that can get the job done for you, that's the key. Because a press release, it's inexpensive, if not free, if you do it yourself, and it can definitely drive the traffic your way. The main thing to keep in mind, though, is that using press releases as a source of terrific, targeted, long-term traffic is a very good tool to have in your traffic generation toolbox. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.